We are with Hannah and Henry, and we are at Rose 32 Bakery in Hardwick. So tell us the history of your bakery.
15 years ago, my family opened it in, I think it was June. They waited until I graduated from high school, and then the next week they opened the bakery. Tomorrow, 2 years ago, we bought it from my parents. My parents came from California. We moved here. I went to school, and then at some point they sort of wanted to reanimate their baking history.
Okay.
They had a very large bakery in California, like over 250 employees. They shipped to all 50 states in Canada and Mexico. They sold it, and then they moved out here, took a few years off, and then they opened this place.
Which was a beaten down gas station.
Yeah, and there's only...
So this has been renovated into what it is today.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Yeah, and they kind of wanted to do a smaller scale of what they were doing. Rather than in California, they were doing large batches, and so they kind of did more artisanal bread out here and focused on smaller batch.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So did you, either one of you or both of you, go to school for baking?
Henry went to culinary school.
I went to culinary school, not baking and pastry. I grew up in the bakery world, and I wanted to sort of venture a little bit out. My focus was I sort of wanted to, if I was going to hire somebody, I wanted to know like how to do their job. And so I already sort of knew how to make bread and those kind of things. And so I wanted to do something different. And so I went and I pursued the culinary arts. I got a job at a wonderful restaurant, and I decided that that was not what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. And so I came back to the bakery and did this.
Ended up back in the bakery.
Yeah.
Yes.
I went to college when I graduated from high school. I one day started talking to my dad about not knowing what I wanted to do with the rest of my life, and he said, "How about you come home and you make bread until you figure it out?" And I never figured it out, and that's I'm still here.
Or I did figure it out.
But I always joke about that. Because that's sort of what I did. Was I sort of was along the way. Things started working out. I wanted to take it over, but I also knew that I needed another person, and Hannah had just graduated with
my MBA.
MBA. That was the and she got a job, and she didn't like her job, and then she said, I think I could do that. And
I started here like 8 years ago.
But
as a dishwasher, and then sort of transitioned to out front, and I was working here kind of on and off throughout college. So and then about 3 years ago, I was the front of house manager, and then that transitioned into what we are today.
So your MBA probably is very helpful with running the business then.
Yes. Yeah. I went for marketing, so that's something that I really enjoy. So I try to put that into any aspect of the bakery.
Right.
So that's something that I have fun with here.
Right. So tell me what products you have.
So we have we do a range of sourdoughs. We have like white sourdough, and we do a local sourdough or an organic whole wheat. We also have a cranberry raisin, and then we also do ciabattas, multigrain ciabatta, 9-grain walnut, pan breads, white sandwich loaf, oatmeal loaf, potato rosemary. Then we also do pastry, so we do morning pastry, Danish croissants, as well as cookies, tea cakes. And then we also have the cafe portion of the bakery, so where we make fresh food from the kitchen every day. So the kitchen does sandwiches, soups, salads, and then we also have an espresso machine. So we do coffees and teas and all that. So there's multiple facets to the bakery here.
That's a lot.
Yes.
So have you always had the cafe part of it?
Yes. Yep. It started with the cafe. Yep.
That was sort of the idea, was to draw people in with the coffee and the food in order to advertise the other, like the bread and the pastries.
Yep.
Absolutely. Do you do a big wholesale business?
Not very much.
Not too much, no. pretty selective of where we
Yeah.
wholesale.
Okay.
Yeah, it's mostly to grocery stores, like kind of specialty grocery stores. That's mainly what we serve to for wholesale.
Okay. How many employees do you have here?
Right now, I think we have 14 employees.
Okay. And what are your hours?
We are open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 8 to 3.
Oh, okay.
3
Just
days,
those
yep.
3 days.
Mhm.
Okay. So
It's a long process what we make. So like everything starts. There's a little bit on Monday, a lot more on Tuesday, and then Wednesday. Most of the product is made, and then it sits overnight, and then the next day it gets baked and or finished. And that's so it's everything is at least a 24-hour process, if not a 72 to 48-hour process.
So are you here baking kind of in the middle of the night?
I am. Yes, I come in at about 2 a.m. and to start the day.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What is the biggest challenge of running this business?
I would say right now, particularly, it's a lot of problems with like supplies and just getting stuff that we've always been able to get, but now there's just a shortage for some reason on that particular week. We've been experiencing like a lot of random things where we're just like out of an ingredient and we have to like scramble to figure out how we're going to get that ingredient. And we always try to order ahead and like try to kind of bulk up on supplies, just kind of in anticipation of that. And I think we're getting better at that as we go, but that's definitely a challenge that we've sort of had to like figure out as we go. It's like, what do you do when you're out of a main ingredient for your product?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you like most about it?
I think it's very rewarding, especially working out front. It's nice to see, our regular customers coming in like time and time again. We really appreciate all of our customers. It's great to see them as often as we do. That's what's rewarding for me.
Mm-hmm. I like starting with nothing because a lot of what I do is you start with flour and water, and then at some point it becomes a sourdough or a croissant, and so a lot of I like the creating like something out of almost nothing. So yeah.
Well, I have to say, just about every person that we've talked to the last 2 days has said, "You going to Rose Bakery? Going to Rose 32 Bakery?"
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's pretty amazing. What do you think is your best product?
I like our croissants, and I think that's like a big like a staple sort of product that we have, and then along with our sourdoughs, those are something that is not found a lot around here, and so that's like it's sort of something where I think makes us stand out from the rest. Hannah's really like, especially since we've started owning the place, we've made a lot more like sort of specialty drinks, which I think are really fun for this area.
Uh-huh.
So I think those are, in my opinion, the special things we make.
Are you talking coffee drinks?
Yes.
Coffee.
Yes.
Yes. I like experimenting with like house-made syrups and what you can do with all those, because there's like endless possibilities as to what you can do with coffee. So
So you make your syrups on yourself?
not all of them, but
Okay.
we do like drink specials where we'll kind of do something special for that week or that month or whatever we're doing. Just kind of in-season things and popular things that I see online and try them out.
Yeah. Well, that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Any future plans for anything different or expanded?
That is always the big question. When it comes to expand, you can't. This location can expand physically.
Yeah.
So we'd love it to.
But as much as we would love it to,
Yeah.
we are probably too large here to start off with, considering we only open 3 days a week. So so we would love to expand further out into the world. We sort of when we bought the place a couple of weeks before, I had proposed to her. And then we spent the majority of that time she spent most of the majority of that time planning a wedding, and then we got married a couple of months ago, and now we're sort of re-looking at what comes next.
What our next steps are. Yeah.
So
We'd love to expand into
Yes.
another location, or not really quite sure what the future holds, but I think
Yeah.
that would be our next step if
I
there
definitely
was,
think
if there
another.
was one.
I definitely think another location.
Yeah.
So Well, thank you. This has been great.
Thank
and
you.
We have to try some of your stuff.
I think we can help with that.
Oh wow, look at that.
Yeah.
That's
And so
cool. Very cool.
this is probably one of the unique things. There's only in Amherst, or in Northampton has another one, and then there's one in Vermont.
Wow.
They're
Where are they made?
Barcelona, Spain.